Substituting Pieces of Plank and a Door Shutter for a Coffin by S.C. Turnbo. Now it is sad to reflect back on those turbulent days of the great conflict between the men of the North and the South, and right of the great number of men who were killed in South Missouri and North Arkansas. War means to destroy property and kill men, and many men of both sides bit the dust and weltered in their own blood. It is terrible to think back to those dark and gloomy days, but how well the writer remembers Jonah Haworth, the son of Macajor Haworth, who lived on the south side of the river from Forsyth, Missouri. Now, I and Jonah were schoolmates together in 1860 and passed many hours in friendship together. During the Civil War, he was killed in Boone County, Arkansas. His fate was a horrible one. Now, after he was shot and wounded, the enemy beat him on the head with the pistol until the angel of death spread his wings over him to relieve him. Now, I am told that he was buried near the Jim Upton land on West Sugarloaf Creek. I was reliably informed that after his death some women and a few small boys took charge of the body and dug a grave where he was slain. A coffin could not be had, and no vault was dug, but two pieces of plank, the length of the body, was placed side by side of the grave, and the remains of Haworth was placed on them. And then a piece of plank was then placed edgeways of each side of the body, and a door shutter was put on them. And then the dirt was thrown in, and a little mound was formed over this victim of the war. Now, I am told the names of the ladies who took part in the burial were Mrs. Martha Jackson, Mrs. Betsy Moore, and two of Mrs. Moore's sisters, Mary and Ada. And then there are two of Alf Cook's daughters, Miss Minerva and Elizabeth. How kind those Christian-hearted women were in performing this sad duty which was necessarily devolved upon them. Let us never forget the kind and brave women of war times.